chat window. Could you please everyone respond in the chat window? Is that everyone is able to see the screen? Okay, perfect guys, perfect. Fine. Okay, let's continue on this. So the one we have been taking care about working with very most important concept which we have been taking care about the very most important concept, that is what we got mentioning the test cases here, right? Previously, we have been taking care about, previously we done with the concept of taking with test scenarios. Previously we done with the concept of test scenarios. Now we are taking with the concept of test cases here, right? Considering the test scenarios, the meaning of test scenarios, the meaning of test scenarios, we need to be get mentioning that what need to be tested. The meaning of test scenarios, the meaning of test scenarios, we need to be get mentioning that what need to be tested. At the same time, we got test cases. At the same time, we got test cases. That particular test cases, we need to be get mentioning that how to be tested. The one we used to be get considering that what need to be tested, and another one we need to be get considering that how to be tested. Considering the test scenarios, what need to be tested? We need to be get consider high level design. We need to be get consider high level design. The test cases, we need to be get considering that low level design. While preparing with the test scenarios, while preparing with the test scenarios, we need to be get take care about entry criteria and then considering the exit criteria. At the same time, while working with the test cases also, while working with the test cases also, we need to be get take care about entry criteria and then considering the exit criteria. While working test cases also, we need to be get mentioning the entry criteria and then exit criteria. So as usual, according to our understanding, according to our understanding, the meaning of entry criteria, according to our understanding, the meaning of entry criteria. What is the meaning of entry criteria? According to our understanding, what is the meaning of entry criteria? Mhm. According to our understanding, what is the meaning of entry criteria? Right, right. Considering the documents to be referred, we need to be get considering the documents to be referred to perform particular activity. We used to be get mentioning the documents to be referred to perform particular activity. To get perform, that particular activity, to get perform that particular activity, what are all the documents need to be referred to perform that particular respective activity, what are all the documents need to be get referred, that it will be taking with entry criteria. At the same time, we got exit criteria. That particular exit criteria, that particular exit criteria, we need to be get mentioning that particular exit criteria, we need to be get considering that result or output here, right? So this is what we need to be get taking care about the entry and exit criteria according to our understanding related to the test cases, related to the test cases, entry criteria. What is the entry criteria? What is the first document? First document. The first document we need to be get considering the approved test plan. The very first document considering the approved test plan. After that, approved SRS, which you will be taking with, which you will be taking with approved SRS. So approved SRS. After that, which you will be taking with, which you will be mentioning that, considering that approved, considering that approved this particular FRS document. One is approved test plan, approved SRS, approved FRS. After that, which you will be taking with, which you will be taking with, considering that, considering that approved test scenarios, and then test case guidelines, and finally considering the test case template. So that is what we need to be get mentioning that. That is what we need to be get mentioning that, taking care about in having that particular respective thing. Right? So this is what we need to be get considering that entry criteria. So as part of that particular entry criteria, as part of that particular entry criteria, right? So as part of that particular entry criteria, we need to be get mentioning about taking with in referring that particular requirement document. We used to get take care about referring with requirement document, and then taking care about referring with that particular respective scenarios. We need to be get take care about in referring with that particular respective scenarios. After that, according to that particular scenarios, according to that particular scenarios, we need to be get coming up with in writing with test cases. Since that we got taking with test case 1, we got taking with test case 1, considering the scenario number 1. So that particular scenario 1, that particular scenario 1, we need to be get mentioning the verify new user registration functionality. Verify new user registration functionality. That will be taking with, that will be considering the SRS document. That will be considering the SRS document. Right? Now you can see here, what is the functionality? New user registration functionality that need to be tested. How we can test it? How we can test that functionality? How we can test that functionality? That is what we are documenting here. How we can test particular functionality? What are all the possibilities are there? We are trying to test it. Now you can see here, considering the taking with TC 003, I'll be taking with scenario number 1 only. I mean, of thinking should be, your way of thinking should be, you need to be get taking care about, you need to be get take care about, you need to be get taking care about and seeing that what are all the possibilities are there to test that particular functionality. To test that particular functionality, what are all the possibilities are there? What are all the possibilities are there? Need to be get documented. So the one we provided all the steps and click on register button. Okay. And after that, which you will be taking with considering the launching with the browser and taking with enter URL, click on new user register and then entering with username. Now here I can test the same functionality, new user register functionality by entering by entering existing username. We can test it by entering existing username, right? So which need to be get considering that, which need to be get considering that existing username, providing all the required test data. According to your understanding, according to your understanding, you are entering existing username. Existing username means which is already registered. Consider that one username which is already registered, you are trying with the same username. You are trying with the same username. Then what will be the expected result? According to your understanding, what is the expected result? Mhm. What will be the expected result? According to your understanding, according to your understanding, what will be the expected result? Right. So nothing but as simple as we can say that error message should be displayed. According to our SRS document, what kind of error message? User already exists, user already available. So what kind of error message it has to be displayed? Rather than that, we don't have that information. So just we are testing that, we are confirming that in taking when error message should be displayed, right? So this is what we got an option. This is what we got an option in considering that error message should be displayed. Okay. So after that, in a similar way, writing with one more thing, TC 004, considering that TS 001. Now, the same scenario only. The same scenario, I'm trying to test with the different combinations. I'm trying to test with the different combinations. This will be taking with enter username. This will be taking with enter username. And this particular one, you will be taking with enter existing, enter existing pass, password. You need to be get enter, you need to be get enter existing password. You need to be get, you need to be get enter, you need to be get enter existing password. So that you will be taking with considering that enter existing password. Okay. Now test data will be the common, providing all that particular test data. So need to be get provide all that particular respective test data. Okay. So we need to be get provide all that particular respective test data. Need to be get go with considering that particular expected result. What will be the expected result? According to your understanding, you can expect what will be the expected result. You are entering the username as a new username only, but the password what you are entering, the password what you are entering, you have been entering with existing password. What will be the expected result? What is the expected result? Right. Wrong password should be displayed. Please enter the password, invalid password. So nothing but you are saying that invalid password need to be displayed. Okay. Let's consider a best example. Let's just consider one example. You guys may be maintaining the email ID, right? You guys may be maintaining three email IDs. or 4 email IDs you are maintaining. Now, my doubt is when you are maintaining the 3 email IDs, when you are maintaining the 3 email IDs, for that particular 3 email IDs, for that particular 3 email IDs, can we maintain, can we maintain same password or not? For that particular email IDs, can we maintain the same password or not? Can we maintain the same password or not? We can maintain, right? So we can maintain that particular password. So we can maintain that particular password here. Right? For the, even though multiple email IDs, for the multiple email IDs, we can maintain the same password. That means username should be the unique. Username should be the unique. But if we take with the password, if we consider with the password, it's not like password should be the unique here. Password can be anything. Password can be anything. That doesn't make any problem. Password can be anything. That doesn't make any problem. There is a chance of maintaining the same password for multiple email IDs also. That will not be a problem here, right? So that is what you will be taking with considering the enter existing password. That means we need to be get mentioning that according to our application, email should be received from admin team. Email should be received from admin team with login details. Okay, right. So after that, taking with TC 005, I'm taking with TS 001 only. So now what I will test it, how I'll be testing, what is a combination, I'm taking with enter password, which I'm taking with enter password. So we will be taking with, we will be considering the taking care about enter password, right? So which you will be taking care about, which you will be taking care about considering the enter password, right? Okay, but here saying that enter enter confirm password, enter confirm password as different, enter confirm password as different of, as different of password. Considering that enter confirm password as different of password here. I mean, you're entering with the password, that particular password, that particular password you are entering, that particular password you are entering as a different password, right? So that will be taking with, that will be considering the expected result. Now what will be the expected result? According to your understandings, what will be the expected result? Mhm. Right. So you are entering the password, but what exactly you are entering? What exactly you are entering? That particular confirm password. What exactly the password you are entering? That particular confirm password is not same as different password, right? So by that, we need to be get considering that, we need to be get considering that error message. We need to be get considering that error message should be displayed. So which you will be saying that, which you will be saying that error message should be displayed. Okay. After that, after that, taking with TC 006, considering the TC 006, which you will be taking with TS 001, which you will be taking with, which you will be considering the you will be taking with which need to be get mentioning the TS001, right? So here what we need to be get consider. So here what we need to be get consider taking with, we need to be get mentioning about which need to be get considering the taking with, providing all that particular step. So here we are taking with, we are considering the this particular one, enter confirm password, enter confirm password. Okay, this will be the fine. Now see the understanding, see the understanding. You are entering with the full name, you are entering the email. In general, whenever you are taking any email ID or whenever you are entering any email ID, what are the mandatory things in the email format? If you take email format, what are the mandatory things? If you take with the email, what are the mandatory things in the email format? At the rate symbol is mandatory, right? At the rate symbol is mandatory. Any other things? Any other things are mandatory? Any other things? Right. So not like .com. Com is not like mandatory because sometimes you may get .in also, or sometimes you can get .co.in. Some email IDs .org. So the mandatory is dot. The mandatory is dot. Considering that you are entering email, considering that enter email without, enter email, enter email without at the rate and then taking with dot symbol. Enter email without at the rate and then dot symbol. So that is what you are trying with another possibility. So just you need to take care about, you need to take care about in having with another possibilities. The one functionality, what are all the different ways are there? What are all the different ways are there? You're trying to test it. So now you need to provide that particular respective test data. Again, considering that error message should be displayed. Considering that error message should be displayed. Okay. After that, TC007. TC007, which you will be taking with TS001. TS001. Okay. So that they will be taking with, considering that you need to be get mentioning about having with this particular step. So this time you are entering with the email. You are entering with the email correct only, which you will be entering with, which you will be entering with email is correct only. Taking with enter captcha. So here you are taking with that, you are taking with entering with the captcha. You can say that enter invalid captcha. You are trying to get provide by entering invalid captcha. By that what should happen? Obviously error message should be displayed. So this is how the one functionality, the one functionality, what are all the possibilities are there, you need to come up with in testing. That is how you guys need to think about, you guys need to think about what are all that combinations. I'm just stopping up to this scenario. For this, you guys need to continue taking with, I'm just moving to another scenario. What is another scenario? Test case 2. Oh, sorry, scenario 2. Scenario 2, verify reset button functionality. Verify reset button functionality. So how we can test it? So okay, right. Let's see that. Let's see that. Let's look into the cases. Let's look into test cases. TS002. TS002. Maximum You will be providing with the same. You will provide with the same only. Considering the enter, enter, captcha, enter, captcha, taking with click on terms and conditions. This particular one, click on reset button. Click on reset button. You need to be get take care about. You need to be get take care about. Click on reset button. Okay, right. So after that, you need to provide all the required test data. Now, expected result. What will be the expected result? According to your understanding, according to your understanding, what is the expected result? As you are clicking on the reset button, once you got click on the reset button, if you, in general, if you click on the reset button, what is the result we can expect? Right, you can see that. Considering the user entered data. User is entering the data, right? So user entered data. Okay. So user entered data should be user entered data should be clear. Considering that user entered data user entered data should be clear. Okay, right. And then taking with TC 009. TC 009. And then consider TS 00. Now, in case of scenario number 2, what is that scenario? Reset button. Reset button I can test by entering the details. Click on reset. Data should be clear. So still other combinations can be done. For example, you can try the combination by entering only username. You are entering only username and click on reset button. Either that is working or not. That combination also we can test it. So you guys can continue on that. You guys can continue on that. So for now, I'm taking with another scenario. So that particular scenario, taking with scenario number 3. That particular one, scenario number 3. So that you will be taking with verify CAPTCHA functionality. Verify CAPTCHA functionality. Okay, let's see that. So further, that particular one, that particular CAPTCHA functionality, taking with all the steps, considering with all the steps. So here you can see here how you are writing, you are entering, you are not entering, you are not entering, considering that click on CAPTCHA. Okay, click on CAPTCHA. Click on CAPTCHA refresh button. You need to begin. Click on CAPTCHA refresh button. Once you click on CAPTCHA refresh button. So what is the result here? If you take with this requirement document, you got a CAPTCHA option is there. So you got a refresh button. So you are clicking on this CAPTCHA refresh. If you click on the CAPTCHA refresh button, what is expected result? What is expected result? According to your understandings only, according to your understanding, what will be the expected result? Right. So that particular expected result, mentioning that particular expected result, we need to be get mentioning the new CAPTCHA should be displayed. New CAPTCHA should be displayed, or CAPTCHA should be generated. new captcha should be displayed or new captcha should be generated. So that is what we will be taking with, that is what we will be taking with considering that, that is what we will be taking with considering that, coming up with writing all the required test cases and then taking with 0, 10. The scenario of 3, captcha functionality. Captcha functionality, how we can test it? By clicking on the refresh button, new captcha displaying or not. That is what the only one thing we can do. No other combinations. Then we will move on to next scenario. We will move on to next scenario that you will be taking with TS004. TS004. That particular TS004 considering that verify links functionality. Verify links functionality. Let's see that how we can test it, how we can test it. So don't be confused, guys. The concept is very simple. The testing concept will be very simple. Your job role is as part of the tester. As part of the tester, you have to take care about in doing the testing. What you are trying to do here, what are all the functionalities you want to test it, what are all the functionalities, what are all the functionalities you want to test it, what are all the functionalities you want to test it, all that particular functionalities you're documenting. What are all the functionalities you want to test it, that particular functionalities, you are taking care about, you are taking care about documenting, you are taking care about documenting. Right? Let's see that. So here, this particular scenario number 4. What is the scenario number 4? You have to verify links functionality. What are the links we got? Terms and conditions. Go back to login page. Those are the links are available in that registration page. Need to be take care about to test that particular functionality. In general, how you can test the links? In general, if you want to test the links, you need to perform click activity. Right? So if you want to test the links, you have to take care about, in performing click activity. If you want to test the links, you have to take care about in performing click activity. Okay, let's see that. How exactly we can do that. So you have to perform the click, right? That is what you are doing in the steps. You have to take care about documenting in the steps. Let's go with the step. Considering the taking with launch browser. Right. So which you will be taking with launch browser, and after that you will be taking with enter URL. And then consider click on new user, register here. Click on new user, register here. Okay. After that, click on new user, register here. So after that, what you have to do? You need to be take care about. You need to be consider verify links functionality. How you will verify? If you want to verify any of the links, will verify considering that click on considering that click on terms and conditions. Okay. Taking with 4.2, that particular one. Click on go back to login page. Click on go back to login page. You need to be take care about two things here. You need to be get take care about two things. One you will be considering the launching with the browser and taking with entering with URL. And then you need to take care about click on new user register here and considering the verify links functionality. Okay. Now considering the taking with username and we will be taking with, sorry, not username, considering the URL. Only URL, that is a test data. See that how we are writing expected result 4.1. What is a 4.1? Click on terms and condition. When you click on terms and condition, when you click on terms and condition, we can say that terms and conditions page should be displayed. Terms and condition, terms and condition page should be displayed. So when you consider this particular one, when you consider this particular one, we can say that terms and conditions page should be displayed. Terms and conditions page should be displayed. Okay. After that, which you will be taking with 4.2, which you will be taking with 4.2. That particular 4.2, go back to login page. So that means you will be saying that login page, you will be considering that login page should be displayed, which you will be taking with, which you will be consider login page should be displayed. Okay. After that TC 0 11 Okay. Now considering that, which we will be taking with, we need to be get mentioning about taking with TS00, right? So I'm just taking with another scenario, which we will be taking with, another scenario. That we will be taking with the scenario, considering that we will be taking with the scenario, considering that we will be taking with, need to be get mentioning about scenario number 5. What is the scenario number 5? Verify mandatory fields. Verify mandatory fields. Okay, let's need to test it. Let's need to write it. Let's go with considering the verify mandatory fields. So how you will verify? Again, followed with the same step. You can try with taking with verify, considering the launching the browser, entering the URL, click on new user register, and then considering the verify mandatory fields. Verify mandatory fields, which you will be taking with URL. Okay, so verify mandatory fields that you will be taking with URL. Okay, right. Now we can see here this particular one, considering that you will be taking with this particular one, considering that verify mandatory fields. How you can verify? First we have to see that what are the mandatory fields, considering that username and then password, taking with confirm password, and then confirm username, password, confirm password, taking with full name, and then taking with email, and then captcha. What are all the mandatory fields are there? Considering that should be displayed as mandatory fields. Should be displayed as mandatory fields. So what are all that particular mandatory fields are there? What are all that particular mandatory fields are there? You need to make a display. You need to make a display all the particular things as mandatory fields. Okay. After that, TC0 considering the plus 006. That particular one. What will the scenario? Verify email received functionality. Email has been received or not. Email has been received or not. So now you need to compare the steps. You need to come up all the steps. You can see how you can write it. So you need to take care. You need to take care of steps here. Third, take care about